The finals of the Deepend Schools Cricket Tournament 2025 between the boys kicks off between St. John's Kauga and St. Cornelius Kalagala. St. Cornelius Kalagala won the toss and decided to bowl. The attack is spearheaded by Ogenroth Kenneth. Umbrella. Some few modification being made to the pitch. It is the boys finals in the Deepend Schools Tournament, 2025 between St. Cornelius Kalagala and St. John's Kauga. Earlier in the girls' final, St. Cornelius Kalagala managed to win this year's tournament, beating Mount St. Henry's here at the Mount Henry's Arena. A lovely afternoon to play cricket with the sun beating down. St. Cornelius Kalagala won the toss and decided to have a ball, and it is the first over. Willie Robert falls trying to drive Ogenroth at mid-off. St. Cornelius, obviously in buoyant mood, hoping to follow in the footsteps of their counterparts, the girls who have won the girls' finals. Emetupo makes his way to the crease. My partner Ivan Sajabi joins me in the comms box.
Good afternoon, Solomon. Good afternoon, viewers. Robert Owiri departing without troubling the scorers. That man, the Ogenroth, bowling some good pace there.
Ogenroth also turns out for Mukono Cricket Development Team in the men's league. The pace and bounce troubling not only the batsman but also the keeper as that ball flies above his head onto the boundary for byes.
Yeah, that was too much pace there from Kenneth Ogenroth. The wicketkeeper had nothing much to do but to watch that one sail away. He's been bowling with some good precision. Clearly, you see the power there. Another extra bounce, and that will run away again. I think he needs to make sure that he maintains that lane, but reduce the power he's using to hit the deck.
One thing you have to have in your arsenal as a bowler is the ability to gauge how the wicket plays. It would be prudent for the wicketkeeper to move further back as the balls keep flying over his head. Due to the weather we've had in Mukono, the pitch is hard and therefore is extracting bounce. The first over ends with one wicket falling. St. Cornelius Kalagala versus St. John's Kauga. Boys final, Deepend Schools Cricket Tournament 2025.
13 runs up the first over for a loss of 1 wicket. Kenneth Ogenroth being the man there to bowl the first over. Kenneth Ogenroth is a player from Mukono Development Cricket Club, a team which is placed in Group D of the UG20. They have 2 wins plus a no result, and they've lost 1 game so far to the Sion Lion. But immediately Ethan comes in to bowl. That is beautiful bowling there from Italy. Ethan pace off and beats the batter right away.
I love his action. He's one to watch for the future. Very smooth run up. Winds up that body and delivers the ball.
Italy Ethan, a player for Africa Cricket Club. There will be an action tomorrow taking on Sion Lions at Entebbe Cricket Oval. Should be another interesting matchup to follow. Back-to-back dots there for him. What a good start there to the over from Ethan. Beautiful bowling there from Italy. Not giving the batter anything to work around with. They were looking for the balls, but they can't find any. But I tell you, when you look at the St. John's High School Kawaga team, it has a lot of depth in their batting lineup. These players here, Jackson Asiku, Emetu Paul, the likes of Okecho, can all come around and get you some runs.
They say you can't buy experience, and I believe Mitali will be thankful that he's had outings in the men's T20. He's not overawed by the occasion and doing what is required of him.
Beautiful ball control there from Ethan. He's kept asking those hard questions. 1 to the pads, shouts of how is it, but not out is the call from the umpire. Good bowling there from Ethan Mittal, just keeping everything close to the batter, not giving anything away. Brilliant lines and precision there.
Nyenye having his skill set being examined by Mitali.
This time round, some contact, but that goes down to the third man boundary. Brilliant work there from the fielder. This is how a team which will win the trophy plays. I tell you, St. Cornelius SS Kalagala, defending champions in the boys category, and they are playing, showing that they will not give anything away.
A good stroke of his feet, trying to control the ball down to third man.
Just one run coming off the second over. And the score will hang at 14 for a loss of just 1 wicket. Brilliant start of bowling there from Mitali Ethan, just giving away 1 run. And now we will see Kenneth Ogenroth coming back to bowl. The wicketkeeper, Kadu Peter, needs to just make sure that he judges those balls quite well. Stand maybe slightly behind to make sure that he doesn't miss any. But what a game we have on the cards here. This is the final deep end, making sure that you watch everything. Beautiful bowling there from Kenneth Ogenroth. Well, during the boys' nationals, St. John's High School Kauga reached the finals, but was beaten by Usoka College Mwiri. They've had a very good campaign, having missed out the nationals last year. This year they have been so fumed up, making sure that they do the right things easily. A bit full but driven down the ground. Brilliant fielding.
Brilliant fielding from Fahad at mid-wicket. Mahad, sorry. Not giving an inch away in this battle.
Nearly through his gates. Nyanya Jonathan nearly closed his gates when it was late, but eventually manages to play that one away. But that is good bowling there from Kenneth Ogenroth. Is that he has now tried to adjust his lines, not overhitting the deck. He's making sure that he gets something onto the surface. Good work there from the bowler. But look at his run up where he starts from. Starts from close to the 45 yards and he comes steaming in. Uses power to hit the deck. Brilliant bowling there. And the wicketkeeper also giving him some good support, not letting anything go away.
Ogenroth is one for the future. Everything working in order, smooth run up, and then extracting pace off the surface. He's a joy to watch. Having been hit to mid-off last time, he adjusted his line well. Bowling comfortably to his field. No runs on offer for the batsman.
This time driven, but look at the fielding there. St. Cornelius playing like a team which wants to defend their gong. They won the silverware last year at their home turf. But this time around the finals coming into a neutral ground and they're putting some good work. Another maiden over there from Kenneth Ogenroth.
Beautiful, beautiful stuff. If St. Cornelius maintain these levels of energy, then they are going to trouble the batters from
a bit sloppy there from the wicketkeeper.
he
That run.
is really failing to adjudge where he should stand, because not more than once the balls have flown over his head. He needs to realize that the pitch is offering bounce and that he should stand appropriately. The fielders from St. Cornelius swam the ball like hungry lions, ready to tear their prey. No runs on offer. Mitali bowling beautifully. The wicket keeper drops. Off a click. Good lines from Mitali. Wicket keeper needs to do more. Make use of all your chances to get rid of these batters. Hope it doesn't come to cost them later on in the game. Slower ball from Mitali. Intelligent bowling. Intelligent bowling. Oh! Batter batting on thin ice, going back to a ball that stays down, leaving dangerously. Mitali completes the third over. Good spell of bowling. Dropped.
Indeed, that is some good bowling there from Ethan Mitali. Doing some good work there, bowling so well. But now there will be a bowling change there as Samuel Kinalwa replaces Kenneth Ogen Roth. 15 for 1 after 4 overs. You could quickly see that St. John's High School Kaoga is placed in the pumps. And I tell you something, Solomon and the viewers, the group stage game between these two was won by St. Cornelius SS Kalagala. So a win here will be a deja vu moment, and they have not done any mistake. Samuel Kinalwa into the attack. Oh. That is picked up very nicely. It should be a maximum. What a beautiful looking shot there.
Good pickup and dispatched. Down to fine leg. As Ivan stated, St. John has good batting depth. So if you get rid of one, don't rest on your laurels and think you have done your job.
Well, that has been marked there by Emetu. Another half tracker there, played down to the deep mid-wicket area. Brilliant work, and no run is taken.
Good comeback from Kinalwa. Good comeback, having been dispatched for a maximum in the first ball.
I tell you, nothing messes up your overlay conceding a maximum in the first over.
The pressure definitely comes to you.
Soft touch, but no run is taken. You would feel that there was a chance of taking a run. But that run is not taken.
Metupo looks to be very comfortable off his feet, off his hips, and he will play you all day long.
One to the pads, shouts of how is it? But the field umpire Gloria Obokoro takes her time to say that that was missing stumps and going down the leg.
As you've seen, Ivan, throughout the whole day, this pitch offers varied bounce, bearing in mind that it has a lot of grass. So some balls will stay down, and then when they hit the right patch, it flies off. So you have to be very careful as a batter.
This is when you have to keep solo and make sure that you raise with the bounce of the ball.
Exactly. The adrenaline is pumping. Everyone wants this. This is why they have been playing all month long for the finals. And not only the finals, but to be champion.
I tell you absolutely everything to play for in this game. Very, very sure there from Samuel, but not dispatched away by Paul Emetu. Emetu Paul, also player for the Africa Cricket Club. But doing a lot of good work there for his side.
Emetu looks to be in fine touch, preparing for tomorrow's match as well in Entebbe in the men's T20 league.
And in the last outing, he had some good batting performance. That game where they played against Partida, he was excellent with the bat, most especially in the second game where he managed to get some runs for the side.
I believe the more cricket you play, the better you become at it. As we say, you can't buy experience, and through playing such tournaments, getting as many opportunities, then you improve your craft. It is wonderful to see that the young boys have been given these opportunities by Deepend Schools Cricket Tournament. Also looking forward to the Mukono T20 tournament later on. Bowling change for Luja Ashraf coming in from the school's end. Trying to tickle Emetu's leg by. Cameraman has to take evasive action as the ball comes directly where he is for a maximum. Emetu endangering the camera crew, but a lovely shot. Glanced. Someone needs a word with Luja, not to open the pressure valve, having seen his compatriots bowl miserly spells. He needs to move away from the leg side. Ogenroth seems to be in sorts of pain, having dived to stop the ball from reaching the boundary. That would be a worrying sight for his colleagues and teammates for the match here right now and his team, because he has a match tomorrow in the men's T20. Hopefully he's fine. But that is what they call body and soul, putting your body on the line for your teammates and for your team. Hope he will be fine as he takes a rest and the substitute fielder comes on.
Indeed, that is a nice experience there. The man who's been bowling very, very well for the side at the back of bowling a maiden over will now be carried off the pitch. Hopefully he recovers very, very quickly and he gets back to the feet.
Not a pretty sight.
Robert Owili will now just make sure that I send some instructions to his mates who are in after him being dismissed. try and make sure that
they complete the job.
they complete the job for the side.
Oftentimes you see when a star player gets an injury that it has a psychological effect on the rest of his teammates. Hopefully that the St. Cornelius boys will maintain their energies, a great attitude to see this innings through. A noble called Luja being very, very generous in his bowling, relieving all the pressure that had been mounted by the opening bowlers, Ogenroth and Mitali. Beautiful stroke to third man from Emetu, looking in fine touch. There is a conference at the bowler's end as Luja seems to take on advice from the elders council in the team. We await the ball to be returned. Just a reminder that this is the boys' final of the Deepend Schools Cricket Tournament 2025 with St. Cornelius High School Kalagala taking on St. John's Secondary School Kauga. These teams earlier met during the rounds and St. Cornelius emerged victorious. But on the other side, St. John's Kauga have the highest score in this tournament of over 200. Luja continues to bowl at Emetu's feet and getting the treatment that it deserves. Sorry, the batsman is Nyenya. You feel that there has been a shift in the game. Luja needs to keep working and working hard. Great fielding from Boji. That marks the end of the power play. 1 wicket down for .44 runs on board. Bowling change at the farm end as Mahad comes in with his leg spin. Thankfully, Ogenroth is back on the pitch. Mahad able to extract bounce from the pitch. And the Metu indicates to the umpires that he is fine. The freebies column keeps adding up as the wicketkeeper completely misses the ball. And it goes for 4 byes. A swing and a miss by Emetu. High risk and no reward. Mahat bowls Emetu as he goes for a slog sweep. 2 down for St. John's Kauga, with the score being 48 for the loss of 2 wickets. Emetu trudges off with 24 runs. And Baigatwaha makes his way to the middle. Today, you have to be prepared to chill with the big boys, as all these youngsters have incredible experience from the Cricket Uganda League, 50-over league, and the Cricket Uganda T20 league that is ongoing. Most of these youngsters play for Africa Cricket Club, Budo, Mukono Cricket Development Club, and so many more. What a wonderful opportunity they have had to showcase their skills. Mahad fields off his own bowling, with Baiga looking classy. A costly misfield from Boaji from deep mid-wicket. Takes his eyes off the ball and it traces off to the boundary. Every time they try to exert some pressure, a few misfields pour all that down in the drain. Sixth over done, with Mahad having picked the wicket of Emetu Paul.
The departure of Emetu Paul will put some sort of pressure onto that batting lineup. But after 7 overs, the score already in the 50s for a loss of 2 wickets. Paul Emetu and Robert Owili being the men who have departed. Baigatwa, also another player for Africa Cricket Club, yet to make a debut. Should be looking forward to playing tomorrow. But after 7 overs, 52 for 2 is now the score. 2 new men at the crease. Jonathan has been there for some time, but he's only having 1 run of 18 deliveries, whereas Baigatwa has 4 of 3. Mitali Ethan returns to ball from the side of the school and starts right out with a dot ball.
Would you say that the runs seem to be running away, or the score seems to be running away all you could account that for the power play.
I think the game is 0 points. It goes for a slower, but that was in the slot and it is picked up very nicely. Mitali Ethan trying to go for a slower, but beautifully seen and timed, and that is dispatched away for a maximum. Good ball judgment. Well, Solomon, going back to the question that you've asked me, I think with the field spread, they may try and field better, but also this game, despite losing some big wickets, get anything close to 120, 130. I believe the good bowling attack of St. John's High School, Kauga, can defend anything above 100. Tries to go on the back foot but doesn't make any contact.
You feel that Mitali should have probably bowled through his overs, while again reserved some for the tail enders, because that bowling change released all the pressure that they had accumulated.
Yeah, I think they should have bowled 3 overs on trot. That should have been brilliant for them. And sometimes the bowling changes bring
A release.
Some positives, but this bowling change has not really paid off anything. Another slower, but this time not dispatched. Mitali Ethan needs to maintain his lane and length. He has no reason whatsoever for bowling those slowers.
You see that he has lost his rhythm from the first 2 overs.
Yeah, he's bowling slowers and bowling full. Very, very dangerous at the moment.
Niro trying to up his scoring rate.
Straight to the hands of the fielder and taken. Looked like that was going away, but that celebration there, a stylish one, as the 3rd wicket for St. John's High School, Kauga falls.
Boji takes a brilliant catch at mid-off. Very good fielder, as sure as houses. Any day, any time, he will give you a catch. He makes up and atones for his misfield while in deep mid-wicket.
Yeah, that ball was traveling so quickly to him, but beautiful judgment there from Martin Boji. Those tough, tight, hard chances win you the game. He gets hold onto one, and already 56 for 3 is now the score. And Jackson Asiku will now walk into bat. Jackson Asiku can hit the ball.
Not the boxer. Jackson Asiku, the cricketer. Uganda had that brilliant, I think it was bantamweight boxer. Very good. Won medals at the Commonwealth, at the Olympics. We'll have to check our history. But Asiku Jackson, the cricketer, makes his way to the middle. A few adjustments in the field for the new batter.
Soft touch there, down at 3rd-man boundary and off the mark right away, Jackson Asiku. But I tell you, don't take anything away from the fielding of St. Cornelius. I tell you, their precision, ball judgment, pickups, throws are all on point.
You could say that they mirror their coach, Edwin Nwagaba.
Edwin Nwagaba, one of the most athletic
fielders
that you can come across. I tell you, Edwin Nwagaba was part of that team that played for Uganda under 19 in the last World Cup appearance that they made down in 2022 in the West Indies. Currently part of that Uganda emerging team, but very, very brilliant, doing a lot of good work. One of the players who play well for the Mukono Development Cricket Club.
The man receives his flowers from Ivan, well-deserved flowers. Doing an immense job down in Buikwe, where St. Cornelius Kalagala is situated. You will find the lads and their coach in the evenings, if not at their school, at Florida Cricket Oval, perfecting their skill sets.
Mahad Sechito is now the bowler in for balls one full. That's driven through covers, but there is a boundary raider. Good work there from Julius Woji, but an overthrow and the free runs for the side.
St. John's Kauga will not mind the freebies. As I keep telling these youngsters, always use your head. They have already taken the single, so your throw-in has to be perfect. The keeper also not helping himself. Firmly nailed in one spot and the ball goes over his head. The keeper should always be the last line of defense. A short one from Mahad, brilliantly fielded by Luja, but they still managed to take a single off. Brilliant fielding on display here.
Some good work there at covers, stopping that one. Actually, if that had gone past him, it could have gone for to a boundary.
Oh!
Brilliantly bowled and rattles the furniture.
You have
there from Sechito as he picks up a scalp. St. John's High School Kauga loses another one.
You have been preaching the message that if they could just slow down the pace of the ball, it should be able to extract turn, and that is what Sachito Mahad does and bamboozles.
Oh. The wicket falls. Celebration. I tell you, you would feel that maybe these boys of St. Cornelius Kalagala are having some fans because the girls from their school who already beat Mountain St. Henry's High School in the first final in the women's category are giving them a lot of support. And Derek Okecho, Africa Cricket Club, will be the new batter in to bat for St. John's High School Kauga.
There is a lot of goodwill from the girls from St. Cornelius for their counterparts to be able to match their performance in the morning where they emerged champions.
Yeah, but indeed, those are good signs. Just trying to make sure that you support your counterparts. Eric Okecho, very, very known for his spin bowling. Not quite much known for power hitting. But he can milk the ball, he can milk the runs around. If you could just try and make sure that you rotate strike, because St. John's doesn't need to lose another wicket. A bit full and play down the ground. Played straight to Rakib Mbaine, player for Africa Cricket Club.
Yoka length. You have to be careful, or you might walk past it.
A bit full and still driven. Rakib Mbaine with still good fielding, and that dot ball will mark at the end of the over. I tell you, the exception of the over throw should have resulted just one run. 6 have come off the over, and the wicket falling in that one. Good bowling spell there from Sechito Mahad.
With the 5 being overthrows.
Indeed, that's very disappointing.
You do all the hard work and, as they say, you wash and dry on the ground.
Doing the hard work and undoing it.
A glorious evening of cricket here at Mount St. Henry's Arena. Boys final in the Deepend Schools Cricket. Cover drive from Asiku Jackson. Well placed. Boji Martin needs to keep working. The pressure is already on him, having been milked for a delivery, for a boundary in the first ball. Same method but different result. With the ball having hit his helmet, the umpire comes in to conduct a concussion test, a mandatory concussion test. While we play, safety is paramount, and per ICC regulations, any ball that hits the helmet of a player results in a mandatory concussion test. The wicketkeeper seems to be absolutely fine, and the umpires being satisfied, the game will continue. Well placed single and mid on from Asiku. You fail to pitch up the ball, you will be taken to the cleaners any day, any time. Boji struggling to find his length, gets the appropriate treatment from Okecho Derrick. Very expensive over so far. Boji Martin, his first over in the match. He needs to keep working. Bowls it short and quick, but Okecho is equal to the task. As the celebration comes out and the joyous applause you hear in the background, you know it is wicket time. Boji finally finds his rudder and takes care of Okecho. Bowled. "74 runs for 5 wickets. As Ivan said that St. John's shall feel that 100 is quite defendable, and St. Cornelius saying you will not get there.
Indeed, it's a beautiful battle here, and this is what a final presents. The game shifting sideways. You can never know where this is going. Davis Wanyama is the new man in for St. John's High School. But I tell you, as soon as a partnership looks to be growing up for St. John's High School Kauga, St. Cornelius Kalagala responds by breaking it. Derek Okecho departs, and only Jackson Asko is holding on the other side with his 11 off 6. Davis Wanyama joins him at the crease. But after 10 overs at the halfway mark, 74 for 5 is the score. I tell you, St. John's High School Kauga has a highest score of this tournament. A game where Robert Owili, who was dismissed early in this game, scored a double century. They got themselves to over 286 runs and managed to make light work over the Republic International School in this very tournament.
You can only beat who is put in front of you, and it is a great day when you are firing on all cylinders.
A bit full but driven down the ground. Silopi hands up from Mumbai Rakib, and the run is quickly taken. Very, very beautiful there for St. John's High School as they keep rotating strike. But there is a lot of silence coming from the dugout of St. John's High School. Wickets have fallen, and now we are getting down to the bowlers to do the work which should have been done by the batters.
The bowlers will not thank the batters for not doing their job. But as you know, it is a team sport. As soon as you appear on the 11, you just know that you will be called upon to do anything. So, a great opportunity for them as well to showcase. Sekito running rings around Wanyama, playing on the up but completely missing the ball. Wanyama has adopted one way and one way to play. I say it, I hit it. But Sechito seems to be equal to the task.
See ball, hit ball.
And stay hit.
Typical Indian technique, but when you miss, swings hard, misses, but doesn't get hit. Quick throw there from Mitali Ethan. But in the end, they will run and pick that run.
The wicket keepers could do with staying down. And they seem to be reacting more to the batsman rather than looking keenly at the ball.
I think one of the issues that when you see that side of the school, it has been getting those extra bounces. So the wicket keeper, you're caught between raising up and taking your time to raise up before it runs away. But Mahad still doing a lot of good work. Soft touch there, just waves it.
Good ball.
Down to Rakib Mbaine. Rakib Mbaine also another spin in the side.
Yep.
We'll be seeing some spin later on. A bit of a floater played. It's up in there, chance to catch, but no, it will sail over the boundary. A maximum from Jackson Asiku.
Good pickup from Asiku. And while his mates are out there battling, and Budo Sisi, Asiku has come to help his team become champions of the Deepend Schools Cricket Tournament 2025.
Yeah, of course, St. John's High School Kauga will be without Ali Validawa, who is committed with Budo. They are having a game happening at Lugogo Cricket Oval. Willie Robert being part of that team that played in the morning.
Yeah.
And later on, crossing on, coming to this side, making sure that he helps his team touch silverware. But there will be a bowling change there as that man, Ogenroth Kenneth, now comes into ball. These batters, we are getting comfortable with spin, and now pace will be introduced into the attack.
Ogenroth changes ends to the school's end, and having been injured earlier while fielding, he looks completely okay.
Played very nicely, but that is good, brilliant fielding there from Boji. Julius Boji fields and but look at the backup. 3 men right there, making sure that they don't give anything away. Some good athletes being displayed here by
Boji was guilty for those 4 extras off the bowling of Mahad, and I don't think he has learnt anything.
Indeed, the throw wasn't so convincing. He might have learnt anything and forgot everything. Typical Bobon style.
In one ear and out the other.
Driven down the ground for a single, beautiful pickup, good throw. And they'll just take a single run there. St. John's High School Kauga still milking the runs.
Ogenroth is guilty of bowling full, trying to trust his pace, but the batter is equal to the task. He needs to pull back his length a bit to where they were just playing and missing.
Goes for a slower, the batter swings early but misses it completely, and a dot ball for Kenneth Ogenroth. One of the only few slowers which have been well executed there. Kenneth Ogenroth, born and bred from Gulu City.
Gulu cricket is thriving as well. Mukono Cricket Association was able last year to go and visit, and we had a wonderful time.
Actually, it was 2 back-to-back years, last year and the other year. Mukono Cricket Community has been visiting the Northern Cricket Hub. But our coach, Grace Mutiaga, are doing a lot of good work in the northern part of the country. Of course, with the help of the head coach for the Northern Cricket Hub, Ivan Kagoda, Simon Baker Oyet, Coach Sonia, all doing a lot of good work. Patrick Businje, who is deployed in Masindi,
yes.
Sandra Chao deployed in Lira, are all doing a lot of good work, making sure that the spirit of the game keeps alive.
Commendation has to go to Cricket Uganda, formerly UCA, for developing these hubs and turning this sport into a truly national sport.
Yeah, but indeed, when you look at the New Sports Act, it talks about how the game should be distributed. About 90% of the districts in the country should be having the sport.
Exactly.
But then also, Uganda Cricket had already started that process of decentralizing the game, so that the game is not only played in Kampala, but also played outside the city. Good work being done by the team at Uganda Cricket, making sure that they grow the league. Even in Sorot, there is a league which is going on for the girls, the Sorot Cricket Academy 50 Overs League, and action will be taking place tomorrow.
Indeed, and that's why we are here in Mukono for the Deepend Schools Cricket Tournament 2025. Cricket truly taking on a national outlook. Every hub doing a great job, from the east in Soroti to the west in Kasese and the southwest in Masaka. Also the northwest of Masindi and the north of Gulu. All hubs are thriving, and kudos to Cricket Uganda. Bowling change from the farm end with Chinalwa coming on. Oh, the ball keeps low. The St. Cornelius supporters loving that ball from their bowler, Chinalwa.
What a start of a catch there taken by Rakib Mbaine. He was running behind backwards, but he managed to get hold onto that chance and help his side get rid of the dangerous Jackson Asiku. Another wicket falls. Brilliant judgment, anticipation, precision from Rakib Mbaine.
Off the bowling of Chinalwa.
As his side picks up another wicket. 85 for 6 is now the score after 12.2 overs, and clearly St. John's High School in sorts of trouble. St. Cornelius, SS Kalagala doing a lot of good work keeping themselves in the game.
Mbaine did well to keep his eyes on the ball, that even though he was running backwards, he managed to hold the ball, even falling down, but the ball sticking. Good work, good work.
I tell you, those hard chances win you the game. He's just made sure that he does some good backwards running and made sure that he gets hold onto that chance. Sudais Mpaji is the new batter in for St. John's High School Kaoga. He will reach And right away have a mid-wicket conference with his partner.
asking
Wanyama Davis.
asking about the conditions of the wicket.
You're coming at the helm of the dugout for St. John's High School Kauga is Emmanuel Rothomio. Emmanuel Rothomio, a player for Tornado Bees Cricket Club, but doing a lot of good work making sure that he does the coaching as well. He is not the only coach deployed at that school. Robinson Trino, the former under-19 coach for the boys, is also doing a lot of good work down there. But single-handedly, the man Edwin Wagaba doing work at the St. Cornelius SS Kalagala. Two good friends, two Gogo boys as they love calling themselves, meeting at the dugouts. A bit of a half-tracker played down the ground, not beautifully collected there. It will run down to the boundary, fumbled, but good recovery, and just a run is taken.
The coaches have done a tremendous job in preparing their charges, and all efforts have been recognized. And as coaches, the most joy you get is when you see the boys and the girls applying themselves.
2 of 8 for Davis Wanyama and 1 of 1 for Sudai Sempaji. The men in for St. John's try to go across the lane but doesn't connect, and that will be a dot ball in the end.
Chinwala deceptive in his run up. When he winds up that arm, it comes out quick.
Shouts of how is it? But the umpire walks away uninterested.
Wanyama at 6s and 7s as he cannot see the ball. This is a good over from St. Cornelius. And having said that, it becomes indeed a better and better over, with a wicket falling to Chinalwa, playing and missing. Joyous shouts from the dugout and the boundary for St. Cornelius fans.
Yeah, Davis Wanyama completely beaten by that ball. It rattles the furniture and gives way for Jovan Komagom. Jovan Komagom, formerly at Kololo Senior Secondary School, played the Nationals for Kololo SS in 2022 and 2023, but later on switched his allegiance to St. John's High School Kauga. But I would quickly find him training in the Lugogo. 13 overs gone and 86 for 7 is the score, but I tell you, Jovan Komagom can knock the ball around. So it's not yet over for St. John's High School Kauga.
Various schools. Indeed, sport can take you so far and open doors for you in life.
Nelson Mandela used to believe that cricket can unite the world, and of course we've seen it happening. I tell you, when India is playing Pakistan, sometimes they even bring documents to say that the war in Kashmir should first stop.
Funny how those brothers, and I know no one will appreciate me saying that they are brothers, but if you're just separated by a border, you're brothers.
Actually, they even speak the same language, just that in India they call it Hindustan, and in Pakistan they call it Kachimadu, but it's really the same language. But Sechito Mahad returns to bowl. He's a 4 ball 3 overs, giving away 18 runs and picking up 2 wickets. And now he'll be coming into ball from the side of the school. Balls one quick played up, half chance, but it will fall in the no man's land.
Ball rising on Sudais, but he manages to keep it down comfortably.
Plays it backward in the square. Good work, and just 1 run is taken. I think this is what these two should do. Jovan Komagom and Sudai Simpaji. Just keep getting those singles. Get yourself to a total close to 130, 140, and make sure that you come and bowl well at it, defend it, win the tournament in your maiden appearance, in your inaugural, in your debut.
Indeed. Having reached the finals of the Boys Schools Cricket Week, which was held in Fort Porto, the hopes are high.
Goes across the lane, and that was the furniture. Top of bells, guilty, Jovan Komagom. Quite not getting that to the bat. And another wicket falls for St. John's High School, Kauga.
Like I was saying, St. John's made the finals of the Boys Schools Cricket Week tournament, losing to Busoga College Mwiri. Cricket in St. John's is on the up and up, having recruited well. So expectations are high, even though they are debutants. But St. Cornelius has been equal to the task, having beaten them in the group stages of the game. And they seem to want to impose their pedigree on the Boys Cricket Week's finalists.
Now it will be for the bowlers to do the batting. Montwalibu Mustafa, commonly named Marvin, a player for Africa Cricket Club, but well known for his bowling, will be the new man in for the side. He can try knocking a few balls around.
As we say, that whatever you get from the bowlers is bonus. Whatever runs you get from the bowlers is bonus. But it's an opportunity for Marvin.
Played up in there, chance to catch, beautifully judged. Catch is taken and Mutwalibu Mustafa departs.
I told you, Boji Martin is as sure as houses. You can bank on that young man to take your catches. Good job. It's one of the better fielders even in Mukono Cricket Development Team in the men's leagues.
I tell you, when you see his judgment, anticipation, calmness, could clearly show you that he could quickly get onto that catch. Beautiful catch taken, and now the last man will make his way out of the dugout. Kizire Sam to try and do some bit of batting for St. John's High School, Kauga. They are still stretching to the 100 runs mark, but they are quickly 87 for 9 after 13.4 overs. I tell you, for them to get to the 100 runs mark will be a miracle. Something which can happen, but far from reach.
It will be a bonus for them, having lost wickets at intervals. I would feel that they are disappointed in their batting. But this innings are not yet done and dusted. We might still see some fireworks from the tail end. It might work.
Time for the tail to wag. Kizire Samuel, the new man in, finds Simpaji Sudais at 2 of 3. A good bowling spell there from Sechito Mahad. 3.4 overs, so far bowled, 19 runs given away, and 4 scalps. An economy rate of 5.18. Not bad in T20 cricket.
For a spinner, that is good numbers, backing up his talent, and the figures speaking for themselves.
You could quickly ask yourself, where was Mutwal be looking as he tried to play that one over, longer off.
But he was playing true to form, as you said. That is the slogger. Unfortunately, he found the man in the deep, the bankable fielder, Boji Martin.
The captain for the side. A dot ball there for the side, but the umpire will call a no ball, a fielding restriction, no ball. No ball call and a free hit on the cards. Chance for Kizire Samuel to get off the mark with a banger.
Indeed. St. Cornelius slipping to the fielding restrictions.
doesn't hit it anywhere.
Makes no use of the free hit as he pirouettes in the crease, trying to find the ball and playing and missing. Extracting bounce, Sechito Mahad, and he's able to complete his over, having picked up a wicket, a catch to Boji Martin of Marvin. Changes the bowling end again, coming for his last over from the farm end. Knowing that the pitch offers bounce, what is Open Road going to do?
I think that's the plan. Go back to your prime bowlers and close up the innings very quickly. The last time the Victoria Pearls of Uganda tried to keep the good bowlers to bowl at the death, the game did not reach the death overs.
You need to be in the game to win the game. You need to be able to adjust to the subtleties of the game. No need to keep your bowlers with overs, enough overs in the bank, yet the game is passing by.
A bit of an edge that will go backward of the square. Oh, misfielded, and it will run to the boundary. An edge, but a boundary important.
Again, would do with a slip due to the pace and the inability of the bowlers, of the batters rather, to take him on. Fortuitous runs this time round to deep third man.
Again, back again. Wide, free runs for the side. 92, 93 now on board.
Isn't it interesting how the less accomplished batters sometimes trouble the best of bowlers? The people you expect to be bowled or caught immediately usually end up troubling the strike bowlers.
But I tell you, nonetheless, they need to make sure that they get to this wicket as quickly as possible. Bowls him right away, commentators curse, and that will be the end of the first innings.
That will be that, as again fires the ball well down with the rudder onto the wickets.
Yeah, the batter caught going across the line, and that rattles his furniture. Well, that wicket will mark the end to the first innings of this game. Runs on board, runs on board, but 93 all out in 14.3 overs. What a bowling display there from St. Cornelius Secondary School.
They would feel that they have an opportunity to match the girls' performance in the morning, where the girls emerged victors over Mount St. Henry's. Yes, we were looking at a score past 100, but St. Cornelius brilliantly curtailing St. John's Kauga. It is the end of the first innings.
Looking at the batting chart, St. Cornelius SS Kalagalwande was adopted to bowl first. 93 all out in 14.3 overs. Emetu Paul stood tall with the bat, scoring 22 of 20. 24 extras given away. You would feel that those are quite many. A 4-wicket haul for Sekito Mahadi at an economy rate of 5, where he's bowled 4 overs and gone for 20 runs. 2 wickets for Samuel Kinarwa and Kenneth Ogenroth. whereas a wicket apiece for Martin Woji and Mitali Ethan. This tournament proudly sponsored by Cricket Uganda, Deepend Sports Media, Kingsley Children's Medical Clinic, Mukono Cricket Community, and Mount St. Henry's High School also being part of the sponsors.
We cannot thank the participating schools enough. This year in this tournament, St. Henry's, Mount St. Henry's, St. Cornelius, Mukono Kings High School,
The Republic International, St. John's High School, Kauga, all making sure that they take part into this tournament. I tell you, having such tournaments, it takes a lot of resources.
indeed.
It takes so many passionate people to make sure that you keep the game alive. But that is that for the first innings of the game. We'll take a short break and we'll be back with the second innings.
this afternoon to the winners. Chimpasa seems to be comfortable to the pace of Asiku, equal to the task. And that marks the end of the third over. Ivan, the left-hand, right-hand combination for St. Cornelius.
I tell you, even in international cricket, a left and right combination is not something is at ball art or even field art. Because every time there's change in guard, there should be a subsequent change in the field. Mutalbi Mustafa should be looking forward to still bowling the good areas. One of the bowlers who were born and bred with the Push Cricket Academy, but he can bowl well, so he has to control the ball quite well. That one should run away, but there is a protection down, and just a by run on the cards for St. Cornelius Kalagala.
Great effort from the lad at third man, preventing a boundary. Like I've said throughout this match, the pitch offers bounce, while some others as well keep low. So you have to be very cognizant to that fact.
Plays it straight to the fielder. Chance to run out, but not taken.
Good cricket all around, good cricket all around.
Good work there by the wicketkeeper, not letting that one go past him, putting his body behind the line.
The ball staying low. Bowler straying away from the line, being troubled by the left hand, right hand combination. As long as you hitting the ball confidently, even if you don't make a run, it builds confidence.
Yeah, we should be making sure that that ball gets on the sweet spot of the bat. Mutalbi Mustafa, this time around, balls one full. I tell you, Mutalbi balls a lot of precision, some good smooth action, good areas, not giving anything away.
Trusting in his skill set. So is Sachido Mahad equal to the task.
Indeed, Mutalbi Mustafa one for the future. 3 runs off the over. 15 for 2 after 4 overs is the score.
As you would know, Ivan, that the under-19 team is under reconstruction, and all these youngsters are potential candidates to feature on that team.
Yeah, many of the players who will be selected should be coming from some of these programs. You need to try and make sure that you play well so that you stand a chance of making part of the team. But there will be a bowling change there as Jackson Asiku, the captain for the day, gets the ball for the side. But I just gets and hands it over to Derek Okecho. So that's Kizile Samuel coming into ball from the school end. The students from Mount St. Henry's High School have come around to watch this final showdown. Many of them are trying to start learning this beautiful game of cricket and understanding its rules and how it is played. Samuel Kizire come again to bowl for the very first time in the innings. Starts with a quick one, a bit of an edge, but will run down to the boundary. Mistimed and misjudged. And that run is away past the fielder at fine leg.
Chimpasa, using the pace of the ball and the misfield, gifts him more runs from those that he would have wanted. Yes, we are at the Mount St. Henry's Arena, a facility that serves both football, athletics, and now cricket. We can't overestimate the support of Mount St. Henry's High School, who are also co-sponsors of this tournament. The girls team lost in the finals to St. Cornelius SS Kalagala, but those are all building blocks to seeing cricket shine in Mount St. Henry's. Chizire playing with the wicket keeper, with the batsman not troubling him at all. Chimpasa quietly and confidently going about his business, not being rattled by the mind games from the lads of St. John's, Kauga. Bat on ball, no runs. But as long as you're playing and not missing, it does your world of confidence a lot of good. Chizire ramping up the speeds. Chimpasa playing and missing. Owiri, wicket keeper in business. The bowler beats everyone, including the batsman, wicket keeper, and the fielders. And it is 4 byes added to the total for St. Cornelius SS Kalagala. End of the 5th over. Bowling change from the farm, all the forest end, as it is time for spin. Adjustments being made in the field as Jordan Okecho comes into ball. Starts with a floater, punished to the covers for 1 run. Mahad Sechito. Chimpasa gets on to strike. The ball rattles the pads and the loud appeals come through, more in hope Umpire adjudged the ball was going down leg side. Okecho extracts some bounce off the turf, leaving the batsman at sea. The lads from St. Cornelius SS quietly going about their business. Chimpasa guilty of leaving his head in the skies while trying to drive the ball. It's been a quiet over. A misfield gifts them 2 runs at mid-on. "27 runs for the loss of 2 wickets. In the first 6 overs. Umpire indicates the end of the power play. 27 runs on board, 2 wickets down. A collision in the field between the wicket-keeper and the batter who was taking a quick single. Mid-wicket through to the wrong end. There was an opportunity for a run out. Owidi, the wicket-keeper, back on his feet. Little damage done, thankfully. Quick running between the wickets. The adrenaline is still pumping for everyone involved in this match as they try to see their side across the line for victory. We have the debutants in St. John's, Kauga, in the Deepend Schools Tournament 2025. We've held it for, this is the 4th edition, and they are debutants this year. St. Cornelius, defending champions, look to take the crown again this year. Who wants it more? Who will go to the ends to snatch victory from this match? Chizire continues with his spell. He has a nice floating gather phase of his bowling and is able to whip his arm down to generate that pace. More in the mold of the Mugurusi Andrew Othieno. Now I understand many will be asking, who is Andrew Othieno? But he used to bowl that way. a drifting gather phase, and then whip the ball down to generate pace. Chifampa plays and misses. And the cheers are loud around the arena. Each team with its supporters trying to spur on their boys over the finish line. Chizire balls full and he's driven to long on for a single. The greatest reward that you could give your coach is to apply yourself, and the lads are doing their jobs to the commandment of their coaches. We have Coach Rothmio in the dugout for St. John's Kauga SS, and we have former under-19 international Edwin Nwagaba for St. Cornelius SS Kalagala. This is the feature of Cricket Uganda. A miscommunication almost results into a run out for Mahad Sachito, but Chifampa rightly tells him to go back. That marks the end of Chizire's over. The score is 30, 2 wickets down, 7 overs gone. It is 64 runs to win in 77 balls. As they keep bowling at Mahati's legs, he keeps playing them comfortably. Some bounce to trouble the young man from Okecho. Mahad Sachito falls, caught at mid-off of the bowling of Jordan Okecho. Mahad, well fired up, guilty of his head going up and failing to keep the ball down. 3 wickets down for 30 runs. Katovisen makes his way to the crease quite confident. He also turns out for SSC Cricket Club in the men's league. This tournament and many others are among the pathways that Cricket Uganda is using to build teams, edge teams, league teams, and finally the national team. These are opportunities for these young lads to showcase their talents. Kato starts with a slap to mid-off for a boundary, bringing the score to 34. These are opportunities, like I was saying, for these young men to display their skills. Kato would be minded if he was not watching while in the dugout that the pitch offers variable pace and bounce. This time round down, he goes for the slog sweep, ends up at long on for a single, and that marks the end of the over, in which Mahad Sachito fell to Jordan Okecho. 36 runs for the loss of 3 wickets. It is the boys' final in the Deepend Schools Tournament 2025, proudly sponsored by Kingsley Children's Hospital, Cricket Uganda, Deepend Sports Media, Mount St. Henry's, Mukono Cricket Community, the various participating schools. A great showcase here at Mount St. Henry's Arena. Bowled by Chizire, played on, and that marks the end of the fiery Kato. He had the bowlers in his sights, but Chizire was more than equal to the task. Sends him packing back to the dugout. The wickets fall in clusters for St. Cornelius SS, and the floor has to be stemmed somehow, somewhere, while still trying to look for some runs. They're inching closer and closer to their target, while St. John's Kauga also gallantly fight to see that they emerge the champions of this 2025 tournament. Welcome back, Ivan, to the comms box.
Thank you so much, Solomon. Happy to be here yet again. 35 for 4 after 8.1 overs is currently the equation. Still in reach. Kinala Samuel, none off 0. But Kadu Peter has been the man who's made sure that he holds things together a bit for the side. 16 of 25.
Off his pads. Scorers. That is off his pads. Off the first ball he faces. Chizire bowling great. Like I was saying, that Chizire has the bowling action of a Ugandan great called Andrew Othieno, who used to turn out for Tornado Cricket Club and the national team, where he floats in the air and then whips his arm down.
But that will be worked in the gap. The floater in the air will be worked down to the VIP tent, and that will be another boundary there.
Chifampa easily comfortable when you bowl at his legs. He will give you the punishment and treatment. Chifampa goes for a booming off drive, completely misses the ball. Chizire in his final over, trying to go with as many wickets as he can.
Get some good movement off the surface, and that's straight to the hands of the wicket keeper. A bit full yoker length there. Chimpasa Samuel didn't see it coming.
The yoker length completely beats Chifampa, but Owiri equal to the task as it was rising up to the skies.
Yeah, indeed, good work there from Robert Owili. I beg your pardon, that's Jackson Asiku, who is doing the work. No, that's Owili Robert there doing work with the gloves, making sure that he doesn't anything go. He sacrificed his game for Bodo Cricket Club in this afternoon and make sure that he comes around to see his side winning this inaugural edition. Derek Okecho.
Their debutant, not inaugural. Their debutant season, they are hoping for a victory, and he sacrificed the second game at Lugogo over for his club Budo Sisi to come and play with his lads. Okecho Derek continues from the farm end. A very great day for cricket. The action on the pitch, the fans all over. The team that is bringing this game live to you. Good job all around. The ball keeping low and not turning, but beating the batsman. We yearn for the sweet sound of bat on ball in this over.
Just going for the world swing. You'd feel that somehow he's swinging his ball early. He's swinging his bat early and not quite getting it to the ball. He needs to be cautious. You can quickly lose your wicket. Takes his time and plays it. That is the sound we are talking about, and that will run away for a maximum past the deep mid-wicket area.
See ball, hit ball. Hit over deep mid-wicket and tells the bowler fetch. The girls from St. Cornelius screaming their lungs out as they spar on their boys. The game evenly poised. It is anyone's game. Who is going to snatch victory from the jaws of defeat? And who is going to snatch defeat from the jaws of victory? Action-packed. Okecho finds some pace off the pitch to beat Chifampa and complete is over. The captain deciding to bowl out Chizire, bowled quite well. There is no use keeping your strike bowlers away from the action, yet the match is slipping away from you. Great tactics from the captain to bowl out. Wide called. The ball beyond the reach of the batter. Chinalwa swinging in hope and hoping to connect with the ball, but completely missing the ball. Great dive from Asiku Jackson at backward point to prevent a boundary. Chinwala gets one, and another one added up to the total of St. Cornelius SS. Four. Great effort from Sudais to prevent the four, but in the process of stopping the ball, he made contact with the boundary line. Four off the bowling of Chizire. Great effort, great effort, great effort. I told you, you keep bowling at this young man's legs, he will punish you. Very comfortable, looking stylish. A loud appeal as the ball hits. Chizire aiming to finish on a roll. He's over. Misses a return catch of Chimpasa. Hard shot. It is a battle of the bowler and the batter. That marks the end of the spell for Chizire. Good figures. 2 wickets in his 4 overs. Keeping the batters honest and doing a great job for his captain. It seems like Chimpasa is the anchor of this innings. Punishing the bad balls and playing the good ones on merit. Kecho aims to dislodge one of these two who are building up a good partnership. Chinalwa is guilty of playing while his head is in the sky. And the ball keeps low. He adjusts his equipment, ready to face his opponent in this boxing match of a contest. 2 pugilists sparring with each other. When you think that he's been knocked out, then he comes again in the famous rubber dub style. Who wants it more? Great cricket brain from Jordan Okecho, slowing down the ball and dismantling the wickets of Chinalwa. Very astute cricket brain. On comes the left-handed Ogenrot, bowler batter, or you could say an all-rounder. He's known to hit the ball long. Strong lad. Turns out for Mukono development team in the men's league. Both 50 over ODI and T20. This evening, at the culmination of the Deepend Schools Cricket Tournament 2025, 2 champions will be crowned. One is already known in St. Cornelius, SS Kalagala Girls, and the other is yet to be decided between St. John's SS Kauga and St. Cornelius SS Kalagala Boys. Ogenrot quickly off the mark. Owiri appeals more in hope than anything else as Chifampa completely missed the ball. Okecho Chifampa caught in between 2 minds, whether to play forward or to hit the ball. The anchor to the innings of St. Cornelius dislodged with the bails falling down. Who is going to stand up to be counted for St. Cornelius if they are to emerge victorious in this boys' finals? With 3 balls gone in Okecho's final over, he has 2 wickets to his name in this over. Brilliant stuff. St. John's will feel that they have the upper hand right now as they have broken the long-standing partnership that has been able to drive St. Cornelius. You now have 2 batters, 2 new batters at the crease, with Boji and Ogenrot turning out for St. Cornelius SS. Sorry, it's Mitali Ethan, not Boji. Okecho completes his spell 3 wickets in his 4 overs. And he gives a few choice words to Mitali as he goes to take his position at long on. There is a bowling change from the school's end with Sudais Mpaji taking the ball. Ogenroth forcing. And Ogenroth does the classic no moving because that ball was extremely down the leg side for wide. When you try to run where there are no singles, you run the risk of gifting a wicket. The pressure is building up as St. John's turn the screws on St. Cornelius. What a comedy of errors from Ogenroth, having padded the ball to fine leg. He takes a walk, fails to make his ground back, and is run out with a direct hit. Fascico from the young man. St. John's turning the screws, and you need to keep your head in this game. The new partnership of Ogenroth and Kato quickly broken.
When you do that, people must know the runs. When you do that, people runs is one. You know how we score. Anya scoring.
Sorry for the slight technical problems that are trying to be rectified in the background. Luja plays a fine glance for 4 runs to third man. The lads of St. Cornelius are standing up to be counted. The lads go to fetch the ball. Luja offers a skyer to Midon, to Sudais, and Davis takes a catch to further reduce the batsmen available to St. Cornelius SS. Baine comes onto the pitch, onto the crease, to see that he offers support to Mitali. And see if they can snatch victory from the jaws of defeat. St. John's have quietly gone about their business, confident in their skills, in their plans, not deviating even a single instance. Wickets are falling in clusters for St. Cornelius, and somebody has to stand up to be counted if they are to emerge champions and match the result that their girls got in the first final of the ladies. The classic rules of fielders appealing when a batsman misses the ball to increase pressure on him. End of the over for Sudais. As the balls decrease in which St. Cornelius aims to attain the winning runs, so are the wickets. Eight wickets down for St. Cornelius, and it is increasingly looking like a hard task, an uphill task for them. That is what you expect from your bowling change. As Mustafa Twalib clean bowls, he clean bowls Mitali, guilty of driving with his head up. Bata comes in. He's been kept waiting by his coach, trying to stem the flow of wickets and to see if he will offer anything different Boaji Julius also turns out for Mukono cricket development team in the men's leagues. So he has enough of experience Twali means business. Twali means business. Julius Boaji driving at a rising ball which hits him in the chest. The umpires will converge to know if it's okay to continue, that he has suffered no serious injury. These lads are made of sterner stuff, and that should not, a few balls to the ribs or to the chest shouldn't trouble them so much. Boaji indicates that he's confidently fine to continue as he tries to prevent his team from certain loss. Pace and bounce on offer. Finally, Boaji made some contact with the ball, having played and missed all his previous balls. That is over from Twalib, who was not messing around at all. The lads from St. Cornelius SS Kalagala converge in the middle, trying to devise ways how to keep their wickets and how to score runs in the process as well. As St. John's SS Kauga inches closer and closer to the finishing line, debutants in this Deepend Schools Cricket Tournament 2025, having played the Boys Cricket Week finals in Fort Porto and losing. Baine glances off his legs. Baine glances off his legs for a welcome boundary to fine leg. Who wants it more? As they say, pace without control is useless. As Sudais Mpaji Zrada Gozauri Corrects and corrects very well. Not offering anything to Mbaine. The fat lady is preparing to sing. Keeper much more than the batsman who had no clue. You can see the boys of St. John's on the prowl, knowing that victory is here. They are looking for their last wicket. Baine offers resistance. The boys from St. John's appeal loudly at that. Their spirits quite high. You can see their exuberance, knowing that victory is within sight. But Boji and Baine will have something to say about that.
Indeed, a lot of good work has been done by the St. John's High School Kauga. They did get men with the bat, but really their bowling has come to the party. They've made sure that they get quick wickets, taken their chances, and they have made sure that they get themselves to victory. Mustafa Mtolbi will now return to bowl from the side of the farm. Starts with a quick one and a dot ball right away. 1 wicket for St. John's High School if they'd pick up victory. 25 from 29 balls for
Cornelius.
SS to pick up victory.
Game evenly poised.
An extra bounce past the wicket keeper. Tries to sneak a run but doesn't get it. Sent back very quickly by Martin Boji. I beg your pardon, by Julius Boji.
They have two Bojis, and it is common to mix up their names. But it is Julius Boji at the crease. Martin having departed already. St. Cornelius is looking for a hero. Funny how Julius Boji shadows the correct stroke every time he misses the ball.
Typical cricketer approach. Every time they miss playing the shots, they shape the good ones. That is very quick. Close the stumps, but not in the slot.
Good yoker from Twalib, who means business. Not messing about.
With the Sidon Lions in sight tomorrow at Entebbe Cricket Off, Mtolbi Mustafa should be looking at making sure that she just mauls that good line. Bowls him right away, and that will be victory for St. John's High School Kauga.
That is that.
Wickets, but Mtolbi Mustafa will manage to wrap up the innings there for the side.
Great bowling from Mustafa Mutwalib, castling Julius Boji, who could not offer resistance to take his side. St. Cornelius SS Kalagala to victory. St. John's SS Kauga emerge champions of the Deepend Schools Cricket Tournament 2025. Boys.
23 runs short of victory. St. Cornelius SS Kalagala, what a performance they have displayed here. St. John's High School making sure that they win this game.
A gallant effort from both teams. Gallant effort from St. Cornelius SS. St. John's SS proving their pedigree, having been finalists in the Boys Schools Cricket Week in Fort Portal, losing to Mwiri. Today turns out to be a great day in their cricket history as they beat St. Cornelius SS.
They will go back with something to school. I feel for the players who really missed the afternoon game in Lugogo, making sure that they come and play for their school. They will go back happy because at least they will have silverware to put on display.
Indeed, it was worth it. These are the sacrifices that we make for this game that we love. That even though you earn from the league as a player, but honors as well are equally important in this life. Something to show the kids later on in life that I achieved this. A great day for cricket in Mukono. Ivan.
Indeed, a great day for cricket in Mukono as a new champion gets crowned.
In the boys category, the trophy will read St. John's SS Kauga. So Ivan will give you the summary of the batting scorecard.
Yeah, quickly looking at the match summary, St. Cornelius SS Kalagala winning the toss and electing to bowl first, a plan that quite worked out for them well because they managed to limit St. John's High School Kauga to only 93 runs all out. In the batting card there, only Emetu Paul started with 22 of 20. 26 was given away in that first innings. Sechitoma had good with the ball, picking up 4 scalps. Whereas 2 wickets each for Kenneth Ogenroth and Ikinala Samuel. In the chase, Chimpasa Charles stood tall with 19 of 33. Kenneth Ogenroth 10 of 13. 15 extra was given away. But the 3 wickets for Mustafa Mtwalib and the 3 wickets for Derek Okecho, very, very fruitful for the side. Pagis Days chipped in with 2 wickets, whereas Jackson Asuko and Kizire Sam chipped in with a wicket apiece.
Indeed, a team effort all around with some bright light shining.
We've come to the end of the matchup. 20 runs victory for St. John's High School Kauga to become victors in this 4th edition of the Deepend Schools Tournament.
In their debut, great performance on their debut appearance in the Deepend Schools Cricket Tournament.
Yeah, we will be having a band performance coming live to your screens, then later on followed by the closing ceremony. My name is Evan Cyprian Sajabia, the comms, and I've not been alone.
My name is Solomon Chigoziduwama. Have a great evening.
The remaining 2 laps. Hello. That one is green. Wait, don't play the sun. Go home and bake. Agusti. Young one. Jangu. Joshua. Soko J. Bano banampulira batya. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I would love to congratulate all of you for reaching the finals of the 4th edition of the Deepend Schools Tournament. Give yourselves a round of applause. Of our event, and for the background, this is the 4th time we've had this tournament. The first final of this tournament was played in 2022 at St. John's High School down in Namuyenje. In 2023, the finals were played at Takajunge. Then last year we had the finals at St. Cornelius, Kalagala. And this year, we've had the finals being held here at Mount St. Henry's High School Arena for the very first time. Mount St. Henry's High School, they are debutants in this tournament, managed to play well and reached the finals in this edition. St. John's High School, Kauga, have also made it to the finals this year. But unfortunately for St. Cornelius, SS Kalagala boys, who didn't manage to win the silverware this evening. But we'll have a few speeches before we go in for the awarding ceremony. And before I call for the first speech, I'd love to introduce myself to you. I'm Ivan Cyprian Sajabi. I work with Mukono Cricket Coach as a founding member, but I'm also the public relations officer. The speech is from the head coach, King Solomon. Solomon Chigoziruwama, to come and give us the remarks from this beautiful tournament.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. As I've been introduced, it is my baby this evening as we conclude schools tournament. Can we participate at Mount St. Cornelius boys, St. John's Kauga. As coaches, we are very happy to see that the work we do has been put to the fore. Commiserations to the losers, but we take something from these games that we are playing. As we have noted to you during this whole process, Cricket Uganda is trying to AI talent for the various age groups. So, as Mukono Cricket Community, together with our main sponsors Deepend, we organize this tournament as a pathway for you boys and girls to showcase your skills and to put your hands up for the various age group teams. We have not been disappointed by performances, and as you will see through the awards, some of you have put your hands up. The rest, you have work to do. We should take this as a starting point. Congratulate the winners, commiserate with the losers. As I've said, there is work to do.
Thank you so much, Coach Solomon, for those wonderful remarks. Well, as I was giving you the history of this tournament, when you first played the finals of this tournament in 2022, the champions in the girls category were Jinja Secondary School, and in the boys category we had a team from Takajunge. Anyone knows Takajunge community? Who knows Takajunge? Yeah, it's a place just near there. So they made they made a team and we won in the inaugural edition. Then in 2023, in the boys category, it was Hilton High School, which won. Then in the girls category, Mukono Kings won the trophy. Last year, Mukono Kings beat St. Cornelius SS Kalagala in the finals in the girls category to win the trophy. And in the boys category, St. Cornelius SS Kalagala beat Mukono Kings to win that trophy. The reason that's why I know these things is because I've been around. Everything has been happening when I am seeing. I'd love to invite Coach Fahad Mtagana to come and give us his remarks on the tournament, because at least Coach Fahad has worked with every one of you here. Anyone who has never been coached by Fahad? At least all have been coached by Fahad. Unlike for Coach Edwin, who is based himself in Ikala. He's also the former captain for the under-19 team, Baby Victoria Pulse. Hey, sorry, the Baby Cricket Cranes.
Okay, good evening, everyone. The tournament has been nice because I'm seeing both teams are the boys, girls. It has been a good tournament. Talking of the finals, it was electric. Both boys showed the energy at the girls. But then what I would love to talk about, the spirit of the game. Whenever you're playing here, we're not enemies. Understood? If someone is getting in, make sure you're just doing your own things. Something to add on again. Whenever you're coming here to play, it's a basis of learning. None of us is perfect here. We all do mistakes. And in a tournament, there is a winner and there is a loser, isn't it? Isn't it? So I would love to congratulate the winners. Kauga for the boys, congratulations. Then for the girls, Karagara, St. Cornelius, congratulations also. Due to the interest of time, I'd love to stop here and invite the main guest who has been taking us on.
Thank you so much, Coach Fahad, for those remarks. Time is fast spent, and I'd love to conclude this ceremony. But let me invite the deputy head teacher.
Good and we thank the Almighty God that we have hosted you for the first time as far as this tournament is concerned at our school. I think it is glory and honor to the Lord that you are all here. Thank you for coming to Mount St. Anne's. All participants, I want to thank you for the talent exhibited. My only advice to you is always believe in yourself. Your dream can come true. Regardless of where you are, you can make it in life as long as you believe that you can make it. It's already past time. I want to congratulate the champions of 2025. As the hosts, we've lost St. Cornelius. We shall revenge come to be there. To our cricket team of Mount St. Henry's, I want to thank you for what you have exhibited, given tournament. As an appreciation from administration, the school has bought you a cricket. It is to enable you uplift your talent from one level to another, and the school is totally willing to back you up so that your dream can come true. I want, for those who are going to leave this place, I want to wish you a safe journey home. But the coaches of Kalagala, St. Cornelius, the coach of Mukono Kauga, receive a gift from me. You are going to take an umbrella of Mount back home, such that you always remember the day you were here.
When you spoke about the umbrella, I may have mentioned already. It even has Mount St. Henry's. Thank you so much for being wonderful hosts, Mr. Kawesi. You will take our appreciation message to the director, Mr. Kasozi, and the resident director, plus the entire school administration, that as the cricket fraternity of Mukono cricket community, and also on behalf of Uganda Cricket Association, because I can stand in a capacity of speaking for Uganda Cricket Association, we are so grateful for Mount St. Henry's High School supporting the beautiful game of cricket. The coaches, please come and receive your umbrellas from Mr. Kawes before he leaves. After the umpires, after the officials, the umpires should get ready to come and pick some umbrellas. That is Edwin Wagaba, the coach for St. Cornelius Kalagala. The first one to come was Emmanuel Rothomio, the coach for St. John's High School Kauga. Fahadi Mtagana, the coach for Mount St. Henry's High School. Then the officials, please come. The female umpire is Gloria Obukor, a player for the Victoria Pearls. Yeah, she was in Gulu as an umpire for those who went for the Nationals. Then also, the other umpire, that umpire is called Nathan Mupere. Mr. Kawes, before you go, we have another coach. Coach here, Coach Ashraf, please come and pick an umbrella as well. Coach Ashraf is doing most of the work here coaching at Mount St. Henry's. So we saw it ways. Cameraman, make sure you're not taking the shoes. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Kawes. And the coaches plus officials. Now we are going into the individual awards. The individual awards will start with the best bowler. And the best bowler in the girls category picked up 6 wickets from St. Cornelius SS Kalagala. Nawali Florence, please you come and pick your award. Florence Nawali. To give out the award, Gloria Bukoro, please come and give out the award. I know. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Gloria. Congratulations, Florence. That is the first award among many that will come your way. Now we shall go to the next award, the best batter award in the girls category. Give out this award, I will invite Coach Solomon. And the best batter in the girls category is Scovia Nachans with 51 runs. Scovia, she has many names, others call her Scooper, but me I know her as Celeb. Well done, Scovia, well played. Thank you so much, Coach Solomon, and congratulations, Serebu. Now, the next award is the most valuable player in the girls category. To give out this award, I'll invite the umpire, Mupere Nathan, to come and give out the award. And the most valuable player in the girls category was Namtevi Jovia. Thank you so much, umpire Nathan, and congratulations. Go to the boys category. Best bowler, to give out the award, I'll call Teacher Lawrence Habumugisha to give out this award. 10 wickets for Okecha Derrick. He is the best bowler of the tournament. For the boys, so many problems, so he decided to give you money. So this envelope has some money. So make sure you call. Thank you so much, Mr. Lawrence. Congratulations, Derek. That is just the first award of many that you will receive. We should go to the next award, the Best Batter Award. And I'd love to invite Coach Edwin Wagaba to give out this one. The best batter in the boys category is 78 runs, Paul Emetu. Congratulations, Emetu, and thank you so much, Coach Edwin Wagaba. One thing Stony must about Emetu and Okecha, they play for the same team, Africa Cricket Club, and I happen to be the manager for that team. But now we shall go to the most valuable player in the boys category. I would love to invite Coach Faha to come and give out the award to Robert Owiri. One thing that those two share in common, Coach Fahad and Owiri, they have both played for Uganda under 19. Different campaigns, Nigeria, Tanzania. We shall now go to the runners-up. The runners-up will come and pick the medals here. And we'll start with the runners-up in the girls category. Come in one line. You receive, please, Mount St. Henry's. Please come and help me give out these awards. Coach Solomon Ruwama, Coach Ashraf. Girls, please move like athletes. Girls, please make it snappy. The captain should be at the back. Hey, the first one from the other side is Agendro Chatura, followed by Muhiki Mafa, Nasamba Maria Tracy. This one is Samira Clarity, Catherine Mbindule, Nachas Scovia, Eunice Masika, Evelina Tuhaire, Naurin Britain Chatelekera, Mariana Nantongo, Lutaya Olivia, Gloria Lamaro, and the captain for the side is Fausta Namubiru Wemamba. Mamba is a clan. Those are the girls of Gomoshem, looking very smart in the white and blue apparel with the word Mount St. Henry's High School stretching right on their chests. Paul, please make the photo snappy. Paul, how do you like it? Those ones who are not very tall like me, Let us take the front part. It's not an easy feat. Many teams have been in the tournament, but they didn't make it to that level. You've really shown resilience until the last wade. But this is the first tournament among many that you will win. So make sure that you don't lose hope. Go back, work hard, keep training, and follow what the coaches tell you. A great future lies ahead of you. The runners up in the boys category, Cornelius, please come in one line and pick the medals. St. Cornelius, one line. Mbain Rakib. Congratulations, St. Cornelius Kalagala. They were champions coming to this tournament, but they got dethroned by the debutants in the tournament. But someone would feel that they had chance to win. Unfortunately, what they didn't do right, they can go and rectify in the training sessions. This is just the 4th edition. We have hopes and plans of playing so many editions from this one, so it's not really the end of life. Make sure you keep your heads high. Many of them will be playing tomorrow, as both our men's clubs in Mukono Cricket Community have games. Mukono Development has a game, and Africa Cricket Club has a game, and most of these players are playing for one of those two teams. Congratulations, St. Cornelius Kalagala. Your hard work is commendable. Now, we shall quickly go into the champions, and we will start with the champions in the girls category. With the captain at the back, come and pick your medals. Congratulations, St. Cornelius, SS Kalagala. Last year they didn't win. Mukono Kings showed them that they have played 3 editions and they managed to win in the 4th edition. Sorry, they have played 2 editions and only managed to win in the 4th edition. That is Tracy Namboa. Masa Nakamia being followed by Nakayenga Rehana. Sorry, that is Liliani Nanyunja. Susan Nakato, the wicket keeper. Namayanja. The coach should come and pick the medal as well. Congratulations, St. Cornelius SS Kalagala, for that deserved championship. It would have been Gomoshem shouting here, but unfortunately the trophy will go to Nangunga. Now let me invite the champions in the boys category to come and pick the medals. The captain at the back. I see Jovan Komagom leading the line. Mpaji Sude is following there. Jonathan Nyenya, Emetu. Derek Okecho. Congratulations, St. John's. St. John's didn't win the finals of the boys' nationals, but they've made sure that they don't give away anything this year, leaving as champions of the 4th edition in their debut season. They've really had a very good campaign. They lost to St. Cornelius during the group stage match, but managed to pick up sweet revenge in this final clash. Cricket gives many chances. Captain, please come and no, Captain, keep there. It's okay. It's okay. The trophy will come. Guys, smile for the camera. 1 minute on TV is 3 million. I beg your pardon. 1 second on TV is 3 million. Hope you guys know that. And you guys are live. So make sure that you smile because you will be seen all over the world as champions. I know that the laughter is for happiness, but congratulations, St. John's High School Kauga, for that well-deserved championship. Thank you so much, Mr. Kawesi, for giving away those awards. We've come to the end of the closing ceremony, and I would love to appreciate all of you for having made part of this beautiful tournament. But my message is always clear, and I will keep telling you this. My message always goes to the girls. The girls, please make sure that you're protecting yourself so much, because